The store suddenly went silent when the manager looked straight at me and said, Ma'am, we're going to need you to leave. Customers like you make people uncomfortable." But what he didn't know was that someone in that very store recognized exactly who I was. My name is Danielle Carter. I'm a 34-year-old black woman living in Atlanta, Georgia, and most days I keep my life simple. Coffee in the morning. Work. Gym. Home. But that Saturday afternoon, I walked into a luxury boutique in Buckhead looking for a dress for my sister's wedding. Nothing fancy. Just something elegant. The store smelled like expensive perfume and polished marble floors. Soft jazz played in the background. 2 women at the counter glanced at me the moment I stepped inside. One whispered something. The other smirked. I ignored it. Because if you're black in America, you learn early that sometimes silence is easier than confrontation. But that day, silence wasn't going to last long. I started browsing the racks slowly. A beautiful emerald green dress caught my eye. As I reached for it, a sales associate appeared beside me almost instantly. Too fast. Too alert. "Can I help you with something?" she asked, her smile tight. "I'm just looking," I said politely. She didn't move. Instead, she watched. Every step I took, she followed. Every dress I touched, she adjusted back on the hanger like I had done something wrong. I tried to brush it off. But then another employee walked by and whispered something in her ear while looking directly at me. They both laughed quietly. My stomach tightened. Still, I kept shopping. Because I wasn't going to let someone's assumptions push me out. A few minutes later, I took the emerald dress toward the fitting rooms. Before I even reached the hallway, the same associate stepped in front of me. "Oh, fitting rooms are reserved for customers who intend to purchase," she said. I blinked. "I do intend to purchase," I replied calmly. Her smile disappeared. "Well, these dresses are very expensive." For a moment, I just stared at her. Did she really just say that? Then she added quietly, "Some people come in here just to try things on for pictures." The words hung in the air like smoke. People nearby had started watching. I felt heat crawl up my neck. But before I could respond, a man's voice cut through the store. "Is there a problem here?" The store manager walked over. Tall. Polished suit. Confident. The associate leaned toward him and whispered something. He nodded slowly, then looked directly at me. "Ma'am," he said coldly, "our team feels you're causing discomfort in the store." My chest tightened. "Discomfort?" I repeated. He gestured toward the door. "Perhaps it's best if you continue your shopping elsewhere." The entire boutique had gone quiet. Customers stared. Phones paused mid-scroll. I could feel the humiliation building in my chest like a storm. Part of me wanted to walk out. Part of me wanted to scream. But mostly, I felt tired. Tired of proving I belonged in places where people had already decided I didn't. I looked the manager in the eyes and softly asked one question. "What exactly did I do wrong?" He didn't answer. Instead, he repeated the same thing. "You need to leave." And that's when a voice from the back of the store said, "Actually, I'd like her to stay." Everyone turned. A woman in a navy blazer stepped forward. Confident. Calm. But clearly in charge. The manager's expression changed instantly. "Ms. Reynolds," he said nervously. She walked slowly toward us, her heels echoing against the marble floor. Then she looked at me and smiled warmly. "I know this woman," she said. The manager frowned. "You do?" She nodded. "Yes. Because Danielle Carter designed the interior lighting system used in this entire shopping plaza." The store went completely silent. I could feel every eye on me. The manager blinked rapidly. I didn't realize. She cut him off. Clearly. Then she turned to me. Danielle, the lighting here is one of the reasons our retail partners love this building. You literally helped design the atmosphere they profit from every day. My chest tightened. Not from anger this time, but validation. Ms. Reynolds then faced the manager again. And you just asked the person who helped design this building to leave it. The color drained from his face. I apologize, he stammered. But she shook her head. No. Apologies don't fix assumptions. Then she looked at the sales associate. Following someone around because of how they look is not customer service. The store had become completely still. Customers were whispering. Watching. Learning. Finally, Ms. Reynolds turned back to me. If you still want that dress, it's on the house. I smiled slightly. But shook my head. No thank you, I said calmly. Because respect isn't something you buy with a free dress. It's something people should give you from the moment you walk through the door. As I walked out of that boutique, I thought about something. Racism doesn't always scream. Sometimes. It whispers. It hides behind polite smiles and subtle assumptions. But every once in a while, truth walks into the room and exposes everything. That day reminded me of something important. Never shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. Because the same person someone tries to push out might be the very person who helped build the room they're standing in. And if this story meant something to you, remember to stand up when you see injustice. Because silence protects the wrong people. And voices? They change everything.
If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel as your support truly helps us grow. We'd also love to hear from you, so leave a comment below and share your thoughts. We read every single comment. We are on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers, and every bit of support brings us one step closer. Thank you for being part of Black Diaries and supporting the journey.